Hey guys, Whitefallwolf here, and I really wanted to share with you guys my YCS London tournament experience, and I want to show you my deck and give a few shout outs to people who made the day a lot better and all the weekend a lot better. I also want to show you some videos of the Comic-Con and the event and all that kind of stuff. Just a little all-around video. I decided to play spellbooks for the YCS main event. Originally I was gonna be playing Heretic Rulers, but at the tournament 2 weeks before the YCS London, I decided that it wasn't really that good as I had hoped it to be. I kind of went X3 at Denmark's largest tournament with the deck, losing to Dragon Rulers because they came up with that Ancient Fairy Dragon play, and then they started to have way more life points than the 8,000 that you're used to, so it was a little bit tougher to beat standard Dragon Rulers. Dragunity Rulers was no problem, and Rogue deck was also a little bit of a problem. I still think that maybe Paul Cooper's version of the Heretic deck would have been a lot better, just because it isn't hurt by Ghost Match as much as the elemental one with Lost Dragons and all that. All in all, I think the side deck was really great for the deck, but after Showdown I decided that I wanted to play books for YCS, and I pretty much got everything at Showdown. I was missing a few cards, but yeah, I got that for the YCS. So I played books for the YCS, and I want to show you you guys the deck that I ran and what change I would make to the deck before continuing on with a tournament report of how my weekend went and all that. So yeah, let's go right into the deck profile. So like I said, I decided to play spellbooks for the main event at the YCS, and I guess it did fairly good actually. Day 1 was 7 rounds and I finished 5-2, and then day 2 was 4 more rounds and I started off winning the 3 first ones, and then I lost in round 11. But I'm gonna show you the deck now, and while doing the deck profile I'm gonna say what I would have changed and all that. Yeah, let's start off with the monsters. It's 3 Spellbook Magicians, 3 Temperance of Prophecy, 2 High Priestess of Prophecy, 1 World of Prophecy. This card is amazing. I mean, every time I unleashed my world on on people, I pretty much won that game. And 1 Kaiko. So the monster is 10 monsters. We'll get back to the Kaiko later on. For the spells, 3 Spellbook Library of the Crescent. It's really good opening with it. That and Magician is a really good opening. So then 3 Secrets, best card in the deck. 2 Masters and 2 Fate. 2 Wisdom. A lot of people had gone down to 1 Wisdom, but 2 Wisdom is, oh my god, it's amazing. I always search for 2 almost every time. I love having 2 in the deck. It's so good in the mirror match. It's so good against Dragon. It's so good against a lot of things. I want to have, when I do Temperance play, I want to have a Wisdom for the Temperance, and also I want to have a Wisdom for the World, if or Priestess if I decide to bring out those. Double Eternity, because recycling is important. Double Spellbook Tower. You don't need more than 2, because Dragons will eventually run out of their field spell, or any other deck that plays field spell will eventually run out of their field spell. But in spellbooks, if you fate this card, or then you can bring it back to your hand with Eternity, or you can bring it back with the World of Prophecy. Spellbook of Life, also has become really important for the deck right now. 1 power and 1 Book of Moon. I think it's 19 spells. There's nothing in the monster or spell lineup that I would change to the deck. I think it ran just the way it should. For the traps, I played 3 Fiendish Chain, and the card is okay, I guess. It's good against most decks, and it's alright against dragons, but I think I would cut it down to 2. I'm actually pretty sure I'm gonna cut 1 for a main deck Soul Drain, but we'll get back to that. Double Mirror Force, fantastic card. It's really good. Double Wing Blast and 1 Raigeki Break. Raigeki Break didn't do as much for me in the weekend and in the tournament as I hoped it would. Phoenix Wind Blast was way better, so I would probably swap this out for a Wing Blast, so I played 3 Wing Blast. I think it's essential to play at least 3 discard outlet cards, because there's going to be a lot of time when you have Dead Priestess in hand or Dead World, and I think 3 is really essential. Also, you have Dead Crescent in hand, and yeah, that's also something you want to pitch, and it's a really good card to hit dragons on their colors and just set back opponents by turn. Really solid card. I think I started with World like maybe 9 matches. I mean 9 games out of, and there was 11 rounds, and probably over half the time I went into game 3. So 9 games isn't really that much that I opened with it. The 1 Bottomless, the 1 Torrential, and the 1 Warning. The total main deck total is 40 cards, and we'll jump right into the side deck. The side deck was 1 DD Crow and 2 Breaker the Magical Warrior. Amazing guy. I wanted to side him because I know that dragon players side Skill Drain and side DNA Surgery, and I wanted to be prepared for that since I play 2 Wisdom, and Wisdom also helps with hitting the Skill Drains. Breaker, amazing card. Really amazing. 2 Stomplings. Really good. If I sided it in pretty much every time that I expected a deck could have the possibility of OTKing me. And if I just wanted to grind out games, it was really good. And also I started pretty much in against every time I played Dragon Rulers, because if they can't deal with this card, they're just gonna summon dragons and they go back in their hand in the end phase. And then summon dragons and then they'll go back. So I actually won my game 2 feature match in round 10 against Rosa. I beat him 2-0. The first game was Mirror Force, and the second game was pretty much Stumbling doing all the work. 3 Mystical Space Typhoon to hit problem cards like Skill Drain, DNA Surgery, other stuff like that. Opponents' field spells. 1 Soul Drain. I might main deck this for YCS Turin in Italy. That's gonna be so much dragon again, and I think I will cut 1 Fiendish Chain to main deck this one. Another card I thought about maining, but I'm still siding, is 2 Debunks. It's a genius card right now. It's so good. Not much more to say. 2 Retorts for the mirror match. Really good. I need something against the mirror match, and that card sufficed. So, and 2 Yugioh Warlords for Evil Swarm and Constellars and Dragunity Rulers. So the extra deck isn't really that important, because yeah, you don't really make anything. I made Dracossack 2 times in the whole tournament, and I made this guy 2 times for OTK plays. I made this guy once, and I think I made Shining Elf once. Then there's Gachi, just to have him in there, and Big Eye, just to have him in there if I wanted to. You know, most times when you overlay in spellbooks, it's priestess that you overlay for, unless you have brought back a temperance with life banishing Kaiku or breaker, or other way around, then you get a level 7 monster. But most time you have priestess, and then you have already used her effect to pop cards on the board, and so it's kind of redundant playing Big Eye. But even though Big Eye is a spellcaster, you can wisdom it and all that. Most time you will go into Dracossack just cause with token it's really good. Other than that, I played Master Key Beetle, which I don't have yet. I borrowed it from some guy. Played Zenmaines and Mech-equipped Engineer, Maestro, Cowboy. I played only 12 cards in the extra deck. Never really make anything other than rank 2s and rank 7s. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck that I ran.